hams, what a day, what a day, what a day. Liquid motivation to make videos, yeah, boys. Yeah, I've had this early thing sitting here for like 20 minutes, maybe. It's the classic cheesecake. You could argue that, I think they've been doing some weird crap with cheesecakes. Like if you look here, there's like a top layer of like this white crap. And I've noticed it tends to be like tangy or tart or sour, And then they have the actual cheesecake under it. But I think it's something that they're doing to cheapen the cheesecake. Because I think a real authentic cheesecake is supposed to actually be just a big piece of cheesecake with clearly distinct baking marks on it from being cooked. But I think what they're doing is they're making it half real cheesecake and then they put this crappy topping on it. So like they can cut their cost in half to make the cheesecake and then they just put some crappy flavoring on top. So you end up with this thing that looks like, what's it called? It's almost like a freaking Jello pudding flavored cheesecake where it's like a no bake cheesecake where it's like, does this look like a baked cheesecake to you? Does this look like it was baked in an oven, or does it look like it's just a bunch of slop that they, dolloped into here? Okay, it looks like, yeah. Okay. So this was like $7. Okay, so you can see it is actually flaky. So it's like there's actual cheesecake in there, but there's also like a lot of this white topping on top. So you cut the cheesecake literally in half. You can kind of see it with this one. Like there's cheesecake clearly, and then there's like this white topping on top. I've seen so many people give really bad reviews to this. But honestly, so you can see the white topping towards the top of it. This is actually better than some of the other cheesecakes I was getting. The graham cracker crust is not overly sugary. Yeah, some of them just dump a shit ton of sugar in the crust. You cannot trust reviews. I'm telling you right now. Here's one of the better cheesecakes I've had. It's not sweet. Especially like it's not overly sweet. It doesn't have any tart, sour twang to it. It's, kind of bland. Like my wife made me cheesecake quite a few months ago. And this is probably the closest thing to it. It's not overly sweet. It's actually got a lot of that flaky crap to it that you come to expect from a cheesecake. I'm actually pleasantly surprised. I like the dense cheesecake, the kind of dry cheesecake. And that's what this is. I don't know what that white cream is on top of it. But I don't even think I'm tasting it. So you can see it's kind of dry, dense cheesecake. The graham cracker crust is not overly sweet at all. I'm actually disturbed by this. I thought it was going to be shit, to be honest with you. And people are giving this a negative review. This is why we can't have nice things, you guys. This is actually what I was wanting. This is what I was wanting. I was buying all these different cheesecakes. You know, some of them were doing these fanciful things like, you know, dumping a shit ton of sugar in the crust, or, you know, topping it with like strawberry or a very tart, twangy flavor. This is exactly what I wanted. Dense, dry. I'll tell you, I know I like steak well done. I like dry stuff. Like I've been eating a lot of salmon, and I like it when it's dry. I don't want it moist. You know, it's the same with the cheesecake. I don't want this gooey, ooey, you know, instant make, no bake cheesecake. I want dry, dense. Not overly sweet. And again, I don't know what this cream is on top. There's a lot of it. It's probably filler. But this is what I wanted. Dry, dense cheesecake that's not overly sweet or overly tart. I'm sure somebody's going to tell me what that crap is on top, because there's a lot of it. It makes up almost like 40% of the cheesecake layer, which is agitating me. But it's not distracting. Some of them, you know, that topping is actually really tart or sour. So I'll see you guys later. I actually like it. There you go.